students, welcome to A2Z Subject. Today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is information and communication technology skills. So the contents are: what is operating system, types of operating system, Windows 7 operating system, file system, care and maintenance of the computer, and computer security and privacy. So, introduction. ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. ICT refers to all the methods, tools, concepts related to storing, recording, and sending digital information. Information can be recorded or stored in many ways: handwritten, on paper, written using a typewriter, and so on. ICT skills help us to communicate, run our business, and stay connected with our family and friends. Now, the next topic is computer hardware and software. What is a computer hardware and software? A computer system consists of two main parts, the hardware and the software. The physical part that we can see and touch are called hardware. It is the machinery of a computer, and these are keyboard, monitor, CPU, etc. These are all hardware. There is another important part, that is the software. Though we cannot see it, it makes the hardware work the way we want. So these all are software like Java, Google Chrome, McAfee, Windows 7. These are all softwares. What is an operating system? The most important software in any computer is the operating system. This is the software that starts working as soon as we switch on a computer. An operating system is a software that serves as an interface between the user and computer. So these are some of the examples of operating system like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Chrome, Android, iOS, Unix, BSD. What are the functions of OS? It manages all the devices of computer and keeps track of status of the device, whether it is busy or not. It also checks whether the device is functioning properly or not. It also controls software resources of the computer. It manages the computer memory and keeps tracks of which memory space is in use by which program and which space is free. It manages structure of files and directories on a system. It keeps track of the amount of disk space used by a specific file. It allows you to create, copy, move, and delete files. What are the different types of operating system? Interactive operating system. A GUI is a user-friendly operating system in which commands can be entered by clicking, double-clicking, right-clicking a mouse. Windows operating system, an example of interactive operating system. Single user, single task. This type of operating system allows only one user to do a task on the computer and one thing at a time. Single user multitask operating system. This type of operating system is used on desktop computer, laptop, where a single user can operate on several programs at the same time. For example, Windows, Apple, Mac OS are example of single user multitask operating system. A multi-user operating system enables multiple users to work on the same computer at different times or simultaneously. Using the keyboard. What is a keyboard? A keyboard is an input device. It is used to type text, number, and commands into the computer. It is shown in figure like we are having function keys from F1 to F12. We are having function keys. You can use them to perform specific functions. Control keys such as CTRL, Control, and Shift spacebar, Alt, Caps Lock, and Tab are special control keys that perform special functions depending on when and where they are used. Enter key. The label on this key can be either enter or return depending on the brand of computer that you are using. Then punctuation keys include keys for punctuation marks such as colon, semicolon, question mark. Navigation keys such as arrow keys, home, end, page up, page down are navigation keys. Command keys, keys such as insert, delete, and backspace are command keys. When the insert key is turned on, it helps you overwrite characters to the right of the cursor. Windows key, pressing this key opens the start menu. So next, using a mouse. What is a mouse? Mouse, as shown in a figure, is a small device that you can use to move, select and open items on your computer screen. Let us see some of the functions that can be performed using a mouse. Roll over or hover. Some action can be done by simply rolling over or hovering over an item. When you bring the mouse over a file in the File Explorer, it will show the details of that file as shown in the figure. Point and click. As you move the mouse on your desk, a pointer moves correspondingly on your screen. The mouse allows you to select an item on the screen when you click a particular file. Drag and drop. To move an item, you need to click it and then hold the mouse button down. Move the item to a new location. After you move the item to the new location, you release the mouse button. This is called drag and drop. Double clicking means to quickly click the left mouse button. When we double click on a file, it will open the file. Files and folders. All information stored in a computer is kept in files. Different types of files store different types of information. Each file is given a file name and has a file name extension that identifies the file type. The file name and file name extension are separated by a period or a dot. For example, a document created using Notepad will have the extension .txt. There are other types like .doc, doc, XLS, etc. An image file usually has an extension .gpg, while a sound file usually has .mp3. Okay, and a folder is a location where a group of files can be stored. Creating a file and a folder. To open a text editor, we type editor in the search dialog box, then double click the text editor option. This will open a blank document. In Windows, you can open Notepad and type in the text. Here you can add text such as Neha Tiwari, Shakti Nagar, New Delhi to save the file. Click Save. Let us create a new folder in Ubuntu. To open File Explorer in Ubuntu, click Files, open on the left. File Explorer opens up. To create a folder, choose a location where the folder has to be created, for example, desktop. Right click and then choose the new folder. Type the name of the folder as demo. Importance of care and maintenance of computer. Taking care of our things, whether it is books, clothes, furniture or gadgets, is very important. Taking care of electronic devices such as computer and mobiles helps them to work properly. Basic tips for taking care of devices. Keeping a device clean. Cleaning a device such as a computer or mobile means to keep the screen, keyboard and mouse clean. Keyboard. First, we should not eat anything over a keyboard. Crumbs can damage the internal parts of the keyboard. You can clean a keyboard with a soft brush. Then a screen. You can wipe the screen with a soft cloth to remove any finger marks. Be careful with food and drinks. Avoid eating and keeping glasses of water or cups of coffee near a computer. Handle devices carefully. Handle and move your laptop carefully and avoid dropping or banging it against a hard surface. Keep the computer cool. If a computer, laptop or mobile device gets overheated, the internal parts can be damaged. The CPU has an internal fan to keep it cool. We should make sure the fan is functioning. Do not overcharge your battery. Sometimes we keep a device plugged in for charging even after it is fully charged. Always plug in devices carefully. Any device being connected to laptop or a computer such as a USB or headphone should be done gently. Do not run too many programs at a time. When too many programs are running at the same time, the computer can ignore slow and even crash. Computer can become slow and even crash. Maintenance. We need to prepare a plan or a schedule for maintenance to keep the computer running in perfect condition for a long time. This can include daily maintenance, weekly maintenance, monthly maintenance. Daily maintenance, clean up your email box, download email attachments and save in proper folder. Weekly, clean your keyboard, clean your monitor, dust CPU and printer, backup your data to an external drive. C. Monthly maintenance, transfer photographs to computer and delete from drive. Organize photos into folder or albums. Clean up download folder. Next, uninstall unused programs and apps. Run disk cleaner software. Run full system virus scan. Yearly annual maintenance. Clean up contact list on social media accounts. Clean up email account. Update your operating system. Check for expiry of antivirus software and renew it. Taking care of your devices, back up your data. Backing up your data means to save the information present on your computer on another device such as CD or DVD. Scanning and cleaning. Sometimes computer viruses can enter a computer. From such attacks, we can install antivirus. Increasing computer performance. If we have been using a computer for a long time, we have a lot of unnecessary files and data, such as temporary files and images. When they use too much hard disk space, the performance of the computer goes down. Removing spam from your computer. Sometimes we get mails from companies who are advertising a product or trying to attract you to their website. Computer security and privacy. It deals with the measures used to prevent loss of data. What are the reasons for security break? Security break is leakage of information stored in a computer. Personal information can be lost or leaked in two ways. We cannot be careful in giving our personal information over the internet. Then second, a person gets unauthorized access to other computer, and this can happen in the office if we leave our computer without logging out. So we are not careful in giving out personal information over the internet. When a person gets unauthorized access to our computer, this can happen in the office if we leave our computer without logging out. Threats to computer. The threats are the ways in which personal information can be leaked from a computer without our knowing. First is theft. Theft means stealing of information or hardware. These may be of three types: physical, identity, software, piracy. Where a person may steal your desktop computer or laptop, that is physical. Identity, where a hacker steals your personal information and assumes your identity. Software piracy, this is stealing of software and includes distributing unlicensed and unauthorized copies of a computer program or software. Viruses are computer programs that can damage the data and software programs or steal the information stored in a computer. Major types of viruses are worms and Trojan horses. Worms, these are viruses that replicate themselves and spread to all files once they access. Trojan horse disguises itself, that it appears to be a usual software program, but once it reaches a computer, it starts behaving like a virus. Online predator are people who trap you into inappropriate relationships. Internet scams. Sometimes you may receive very attractive offers saying you have won a huge money in a lottery and that you can claim the prize by depositing a certain amount of money. Protecting your data. To protect our data from theft and virus, we can take the following measures. Use password to log into your computer. Use passwords that are difficult to guess. Install antivirus and firewall. Antivirus and firewall monitor the data coming in and out of a computer and prevent viruses from entering. Encrypt data. This is usually done by banks and companies in which important customer information is stored. Encrypt data. Again, secure sites. Give details of your credit card or bank account only on secure sites. See in the address bar of the browser, if the site address starts with HTTPS and a lock symbol, then it is safe to give your credit card and bank details. Thank you. Thank you, students. And for the time being, you like A2Z subject, and please like and share and comment what you want. If you want any next topic, please do comment. Thank you.